All right, listen up. Okay, so for today, we start off with half-angle identities. We started off last one with double angle identities, now we're half. So we can actually go through and use these identities to find and solve for everything else that we're missing. So instead of trying to find using addition and subtraction what the cosine of 15 degrees, I would say, what is half of 30? 15, right? So that's finding it using addition and subtraction, what we did before. Now we're actually just going to divide it by 2. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, good. All right, so for this information right here, actually, I'm not even going to do the proof on this. Let's just go straight to the, it is here. This is your happy page. This is the one that's going to give you all your answers. So please highlight, star, underline, put your little smiley faces around this one. Hey, that guy back there, I don't want to yell at you again, but I keep telling you your spot's up here, not there with your phone. Huh? All of them. We're dealing with all of them here. So, just like we had before, we have some complications for certain ones. For tangent, we have 3 different versions, right? We have 3 different versions for tangent. So that's what we have to try and deal with when the time comes. You use what is necessary or what is given to you. Find the exact value of cosine 15 using the half angle identity for cosine. Okay, cosine 15. All right. This one right here. So cosine 15. What over 2 is going to give me 15? 30. Okay. So from my formula that I have here, my A is what? 15. No, try again. 30. A is going to be 30. What's A? Okay, so it's going to be like that. So it's a plus or minus. Plus or minus radical 1 plus cosine of 30 over 2. There we go. Is 30 on my unit circle? Yeah. No, I'm already mad at you. What did I tell you about stealing my chair the other day? Oh, yeah. Not only did you steal my chair, you left it there too.
Dan, you snitched on yourself, bro. That was smart.
Okay, is your unit circle out? Is your unit circle out? Yes. Please take them out. I heard the answer right here, but I don't see any green papers. Unit circle. No, I really hate sitting up there. But you're just playing on your phone. I'm not. I just looked at you because your face was glowing.
I literally turned it on and turned it right back on.
And it just so happened to be the time I just look up at you. And your face is glowing in this dark room. You just have that, just moisturizing that much, right? That it's glowing.
Look, I'm paying attention, right?
Please.
Please just let me sit right here. I won't be a distraction.
Listen, I would have left you alone if you were back there taking your notes like you would, but you were over there on your phone when I asked something else. I did! And I tried leaving you alone right there, but you were on your phone. Here. Nope, here. Nope. No, it's Pacho, not God. Okay? Get it right. All right. Cosine 30. What is cosine 30? Rad 3 over 2? All over 2, right? Yes? Okay, so let's go through and I'm going to clean up this fraction. It looks ugly, doesn't it? This looks very ugly. So on the inside, so this is what it's going to look like on the inside. So it's going to be still plus or minus. And it's 1 plus rad 3 over 2. Now, the denominator, isn't this going to be 2 over 1?
Yeah.
Yes, 2 over 1, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to multiply the top by the reciprocal of the bottom. So this is going to multiply this top piece by 1 over 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 1 over 2, and then let's go ahead and distribute. So 1 times 1/2. Okay. Plus, right here, rad 3 over 4. Yes. So from there, I have to have common denominators on both of them, don't I? Say yes. This has a denominator 2. This one has a denominator 4. So, common denominator is going to give me multiply top and bottom by 2 over 2, plus or minus radical. That's going to give me 2 over 4 plus rad 3 over 4. And since they have a common denominator now, I can both put them over 4, right?
Yes.
Okay, so again, plus or minus, and I'm going to break up my radical. 2 plus rad 3 all over rad 4.
How'd you get the 2 and 4?
The 2 over 4, you just multiplied it both
Top
sides
and
by
bottom.
2.
Top and bottom by 2.
Then you get a common denominator.
Yes.
We're gonna have to rationalize.
Not yet. We don't actually have to on this one.
Oh, we don't?
Guess what? What's square root of 4?
2.
2. So when that becomes 2, do I have to rationalize it anymore?
No.
Of course.
No, because it is what it is. So that's going to give me plus or minus square root of 2 plus rad 3 all over 2. Now, my serious question here. Is this going to be positive or negative?
So that's 15.
Positive. Because 15 is
Quadrant 1. Oh,
quadrant 1, and so therefore it has to be positive, right? Yeah, that's where we get. So this is going to be a positive out of here. So there's my positive, right? Not bad. Okay, find the exact value of tan 22.5. 22.5. How do I get 22.5? Tan of something over 2. Say it. 45, right? 45. So 45 divided by 2 is 22.5, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. So now I have it set up. So now it's going to be equal to, right here. Do you guys want to deal with the radical or not?
No.
You don't want to deal with the radical, so I'm going to deal with one of those other ones, right? Do I want the sine or do I want the cosine on the bottom?
Cosine.
Why do I want the sign on the bottom? Is that a little bit easier because it's just one term here, where the other has a plus or minus? And if I were to rationalize this and I get a radical, I would have to multiply by the conjugate of this one, right? I'd have to multiply by 1 minus cosine of whatever number, right? That would be the conjugate.
Okay. Gotta go get some water. And then when I come back, I'll be good.
Is it drama again?
No.
It is drama.
No. One of my friends have a game.
Hold on. 3 minutes.
Alright, bet.
Man, some people. Sometimes I think I'm too nice. Okay. All right, so we're going to use that other one. The one with sine on the bottom, right? So on the bottom, it's going to be sine of 45. But what is the top going to have? 1 minus cosine of 45. So from my unit circle, it's going to become 1 minus rad 2. Come on. Rad 2 over 2, all divided by rad 2 over 2, right? So either way, no matter what I do, I'm still going to have to rationalize at the end. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one right here is I'm going to start this one by multiplying by the common denominator. What's the common denominator of the top?
2.
What's the common denominator of the bottom?
2.
So in between top and bottom, it's all going to be 2, right?
Yes.
When I distribute the 2, that's going to give me
2.
2 minus,
Rad 2.
what's going to happen here?
Rad 2. It's just rad 2.
Rad 2, the 2's cancel, right?
Yeah.
So rad 2 over
Rad 2.
rad 2.
With the rad 2's on bottom.
Nope. Because that minus sign right there is going to mess that up.
Oh, yeah, it's not good.
Now, from here, I have to do what? Rationalize. I can't cancel it. I got to rationalize. Multiply top and bottom by
Rad 2.
rad 2. That's why I picked this one, because it's an easier one. So I'm going to have to distribute on the top, though. So when I distribute here, that's going to give me 2 rad 2. When I distribute here, I get negative.
1.
It's going to be just 2, right?
Oh, good.
Because rad 2 times rad 2 is rad 4. Rad 4 is?
2.
Come on, pen's running out of ink.
Honcho, so electronic pen.
Okay, so rad 2 times rad 2?
2.
2. So right here. Now, do they all have a common factor of 2?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to show you guys. You guys all see that everything has a 2 in it, right?
Yes.
But I'm going to show you the mathematical way of doing it so you don't screw this up. Because everyone, like a math sin by just going bam. Don't do that, okay? So, favorite thing to say, F that. So what are we F'ing out of the top?
The rad.
Nope, the 2.
-2.
Let's factor out the 2. We're going to factor out the 2. So it's going to be a 2. And what's left? Rad 2 minus
2.
2 divided by 2 is?
2. 1.
I divided a 2 out, right? That's what factoring is. Dividing it out. And all this is going to be over 2.
Wait, since you were dividing by 2 multiplying by 2, don't they cancel?
Yes, right here. That's what I'm doing. That's the reason why I was actually doing it like this.
Couldn't we just have left it the other way too?
But I wouldn't be able to show that my answer comes out to just be rad 2 minus 1.
Oh.
Make sense?
Is that all?
It's kind of simple yet
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, that is.
So what was the hardest thing to actually do with the rest of this?
No work.
Figuring out which one we're doing, right? Okay. So we have cosine S. And what does this mean right here?
So that's, isn't that the restriction?
Yes, that means it's where?
Get off your phone.
Hey, don't be a hypocrite.
Okay, so that means it's in quadrant 4. Thank you very much, right? Quadrant 4. So, right here, so I know cosine is what over what? X over R. So my X value is? My R value is? And my Y value is?
You don't know.
Can we figure it out?
Yeah.
Pythagorean theorem, right?
It's gonna be rad 5.
It's going to not. Negative rad 5. Why is it negative?
Because it's in
Quadrant 4, it's going to be negative, right? Because it's going to be 9, right? So I'll do the math. So 2 squared plus y squared equals 3 squared. 4 plus y squared equals 9. Subtract y squared is equal to plus or minus square root of 5. Well, y is equal to, right?
But isn't it? Oh, that's why.
Yeah, plus or minus. And because it's in quadrant 4, it has to be the negative. Okay?
But wouldn't x be -2?
Nope.
Oh, this.
In quadrant 4, x is positive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we have that right there. So given, we're going to find cosine of s over 2, or half angle for that. Okay. So let's start with one of the cosines. So my cosine formula is there. Okay, cosine of A is going to be whatever the cosine is. 1, so plus or minus 2, wrong way. All right, so it's going to be cosine of s over 2 is equal to plus or minus square root of 1 plus cosine of whatever my angles, right? Over 2. But now cosine of s. What is cosine of s? 2 over 3, right? So it's going to be plus or minus square root of 1 plus 2 over 3 over 2.
What if we wouldn't that be over because
Yeah, it would be 5 over 3, right? Because this is going to be a 3 over 3, isn't it? Common denominator, 3 over 3. So it's 5 over 3 over 2, which is going to give me what? No. So we said 5 over 3 times 1 over 2, which is 5 over 6. Plus or minus 5 over 6. Now, which sign is it? Is it positive or negative? Which is it? Positive. Cosine in quadrant 4 is positive. Are you positive? Yeah, it is. So we're almost done. I just have to rationalize this now. Where'd that go? Okay, so that's going to give me positive. So it's going to be rad 5 over rad 6. Okay, multiply rad 6 over rad 6. Rad 30 over 6. So that's the cosine. Next one's going to be sine. So now it's going to be sine of s over 2 is equal to, now it's 1 minus cosine of a over 2. Now, in this case right here, so I have the cosine again, right? So what am I going to plug in for cosine S? 2 over 3, right? So we said sine is going to be in quadrant 4. So what's the sine going to be? So let's take care of that right away. Sine's negative. So we know it's going to be a negative square root of 1 minus 2 over 3 over 2, right? 1 over 3, right? Okay. So it's going to be a negative 1 over 3 times, which is going to be a negative radical 1 over radical 6. Rationalize. Negative rad 6 over 6. And this one's my sine. Last one's going to be my tangent, right? So tangent of S over 2. Which one do you want to do? Let's use that sine one again. I like this one right here.
I realize that there's 3 tangents equated for only one of cosine, one of sine.
Yeah. So if I only have cosine, that means I have to use this. If I have sine and cosine, I could use that other one. Right? So we know that my sine is going to be negative rad 5 over 3, right? So let's see. It's going to be 1 minus cosine, which is 2 over 3, divided by sine, which is going to be a negative rad 5 over 3, right? All right, let's start by multiplying everything by common denominator, which is what? 3. Multiply everything by 3. So as I distribute, I get 3 minus 2 over negative rad 5. So that gives me a, let me see, that's at 1. So it's a negative 1 over rad 5.
Rad 5 over 5.
And then I rationalize.
You get rad 5 over
Negative rad 5 over 5 as my answer. Algebra. It happens. So I'm hoping everyone's actually trying to get caught up with everything here.
Yeah, I just been talking
Okay,
about
I told you guys I'm not going to be here Friday. Okay, I'm not going to be here, so tomorrow is going to be a regular work day. Friday is going to be your homework day. So Friday I'm actually going to hand you the review for the test that's coming up. So I have to finish the notes today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So you guys could be ready for the test coming up next week. Alright, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to finish these tomorrow.